Welcome back, everyone, to the Gold IRA Blueprint podcast. We are diving deep today into something a lot of you have been asking about, gold IRAs.
Yeah, it's a hot topic right now, and for good reason.
Absolutely, especially with all the uncertainty in the world. People are looking for stability, and that's where gold can really shine.
Exactly.
So we've got a ton of research, articles, even an incredible story about a couple who took the plunge, all focused on how a gold IRA can help safeguard your retirement savings. Especially in these uncertain times, we've even put together a free checklist. By the way, if you're looking for a solid place to start, you can find it at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It can really help you choose the right gold IRA company.
It covers so many of the essentials like reputation and fees.
Exactly. So for anyone who's maybe new to all this, can you break down what a gold IRA actually is and how it differs from a traditional IRA?
Sure. So a gold IRA is a self-directed individual retirement account. But instead of holding paper assets like stocks and bonds, it allows you to invest in physical gold, silver, and other approved precious metals.
So it's like holding a real tangible piece of your portfolio.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. So how do you actually go about setting one up?
It's actually simpler than you might think. First, you open a self-directed IRA account with a custodian who specializes in precious metals. Then you fund it. You can transfer funds from an existing IRA or 401k or make a direct contribution. After that, you work with a reputable dealer to buy IRS-approved gold or other precious metals.
Okay, so it's like a three-step process: open, fund, and buy. Where does the gold actually go once you've purchased it?
Good question. It has to be stored in an approved depository to comply with IRS regulations, of course. These depositories are secure facilities designed specifically for precious metals.
Got it. So it's like a high-security vault just for your gold. Our research really digs into the benefits of gold IRAs, especially for retirees.
Yeah.
What are some of the key advantages that really stand out to you?
Well, one of the most compelling benefits, especially these days, is protection against inflation. Gold has historically held its value, even when the purchasing power of currency declines.
Right, it's like a hedge against the erosion of your savings, even if the dollar fluctuates.
Yeah.
Gold has that inherent stability.
Exactly. Another significant benefit is portfolio resilience.
Okay.
While stocks and bonds can experience wild swings, gold tends to hold steady or even appreciate during market downturns.
It's like an anchor in a storm.
Exactly.
I remember reading about how gold performed during the 2008 financial crisis. When the stock market plummeted, gold actually increased in value.
Right. It offers a safe haven for investors.
Especially in retirement when you're trying to protect those hard-earned savings.
Exactly.
So we've got inflation protection, portfolio resilience. What else?
Another interesting aspect is its role as a global currency hedge. This is particularly relevant for those living or retiring abroad.
Makes sense, especially with all the volatility we've been seeing in global markets. And what about the tax advantages? What kind of tax benefits do gold IRAs offer?
Similar to traditional IRAs, gold IRAs provide tax-deferred growth. This means your investments can grow without immediate tax implications.
So it's not just about the asset itself, it's about the structure of the account too. Now, I know we're painting a pretty rosy picture here, but I also want to address some of the common concerns that people might have about gold IRAs. It's important to approach any investment with a healthy dose of skepticism, right? What are some of the things you hear from people who are a bit hesitant?
One of the most frequent concerns is cost. Some people believe gold IRAs are too expensive.
I can see that.
And while there are fees associated with owning physical gold, like storage and custodian fees, remember you're investing in a tangible asset with historical value. Working with a reputable provider can help ensure you're getting competitive pricing and transparent fee structures.
Right. It's not unlike other investments. You want to make sure you're getting value for your money. And speaking of reputable providers, that's where our free checklist comes in. It can really help you navigate the process of choosing a company you can trust. Again, that's at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
Exactly.
Now, another misconception we hear a lot is that gold IRAs are risk-free.
Right?
Is there any truth to that?
Let's be realistic. No investment is entirely risk-free. Even gold, with its historical stability, can fluctuate in price.
Sure.
However, its role as a hedge against inflation and its tendency to hold value during market downturns make it a compelling option for risk-averse investors, especially retirees.
So it's not a magic bullet, but it's a powerful tool for diversification and mitigating certain types of risk.
Precisely.
It's about building a portfolio that can weather different economic storms.
Exactly. And that's where working with a knowledgeable financial advisor comes in. They can help you assess your individual risk tolerance and determine how gold fits into your overall retirement plan.
So it's all about finding the right balance for your individual needs and goals.
Exactly.
And that's what we're all about here at Gold IRA Blueprint, helping you navigate the exciting world of gold IRAs and make informed decisions about your financial future. But before we jump into more of the benefits and strategies, I want to address something that's been on a lot of people's minds: scams. With all the talk about shady gold dealers out there,
Yeah.
how can people avoid those pitfalls?
That's a valid concern. And unfortunately, there are bad actors in every industry, but there are ways to protect yourself. Due diligence is paramount. Don't fall for high-pressure sales tactics or promises of guaranteed returns. Always verify credentials. Read reviews from reputable sources and look for transparency in fees and investment processes.
It's like buying a house. You wouldn't just trust the first realtor you meet, right?
Exactly. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. A legitimate gold IRA provider will be upfront about the risks and rewards associated with this type of investment.
So it's about doing your research, asking the right questions, and finding a company you can trust.
Exactly.
Now, let's say you've done your homework. You're feeling confident, and you're ready to choose a gold IRA provider. What are some of the key factors to consider?
Reputation is key. Look for a provider with a long-standing history, positive client reviews, and accreditation from reputable organizations like the Better Business Bureau.
Makes sense.
Transparency is also crucial. Choose a provider that's upfront about their fees, storage options, and investment processes.
It's like any relationship, right? Communication is key.
Exactly. You want to make sure you're on the same page and that there are no hidden surprises.
Now, what about expertise? What should people look for in terms of experience and qualifications?
Look for providers specializing in serving retirees. They should offer tailored solutions and guidance aligned with your retirement goals.
So you're not just looking for a salesperson, you're looking for an advisor.
Exactly.
What about customer service? How important is that when choosing a gold IRA provider?
Extremely important. You want a provider who's responsive, knowledgeable, and able to provide support throughout your gold IRA journey.
It's a long-term commitment, right?
Exactly. You want a partner who will be there for you every step of the way.
So it's about feeling supported and confident, knowing you have someone to turn to if you have questions.
Exactly. It's a partnership built on trust and mutual respect.
I love that. Speaking of trust, I think it's time to delve into a real-life example. Our research mentions a couple named John and Linda, who incorporated a gold IRA into their retirement plan. Can you tell us a little bit about their story?
Sure. John and Linda were a retired couple living abroad. They were concerned about the potential impact of market volatility on their savings.
They wanted to make sure their golden years were truly golden,
Yeah,
free from financial stress.
exactly. So they decided to allocate a portion of their portfolio to a gold IRA.
Okay.
And over the years, they saw some very positive outcomes.
It wasn't about getting rich quick. It was about creating a safety net for their future,
Exactly. Gold IRAs are not about speculation, they're about preservation.
protecting your hard-earned wealth.
Exactly.
So what were some of the specific benefits John and Linda experienced?
Well, first and foremost, their gold holdings helped them preserve their wealth during periods of economic downturn. When other parts of their portfolio fluctuated, their gold remained a stable asset.
It's like having that anchor in a storm again. You know, things might be rough out there, but you have this solid foundation that can withstand the turbulence.
Right. And for John and Linda, who were living abroad, the tangible nature of gold simplified their estate planning process.
Interesting.
It was easier to include in their legacy plans and ensure a smooth transfer of assets to their beneficiaries.
That's something a lot of people overlook. Estate planning is so important.
It is.
It's about making sure your wishes are honored and that your loved ones are taken care of.
Absolutely. And for John and Linda, the peace of mind they gained was perhaps the most valuable benefit.
I can see that.
Knowing a portion of their savings was secured in a historically stable asset allowed them to relax and enjoy their retirement without constantly worrying about market fluctuations or economic uncertainty.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? It's not just about the numbers on a balance sheet. It's about living a fulfilling and stress-free retirement.
Exactly.
It's about having the freedom to pursue your passions, travel, spend time with loved ones without the constant worry of financial insecurity.
It's about creating a life of abundance and joy.
Knowing that you've taken steps to protect yourself and your loved ones from the unexpected.
Right.
John and Linda's story is a great example of how a gold IRA can contribute to that sense of security and well-being.
Yeah,
It's not just a financial strategy, it's an emotional one as well.
I agree. Their experience highlights the value of thinking long term and considering alternative assets that can help you weather economic storms and achieve your retirement goals.
Okay, so we've heard a compelling story about how a gold IRA can benefit retirees, but I'm sure our listeners have some specific questions. Let's dive into some of the frequently asked questions we encounter. First up, are gold IRAs safe for expats? We have a lot of listeners living or planning to retire abroad.
That's a common question, and the good news is that gold IRAs can be a safe and effective option for expats. They provide diversification, a hedge against currency risk, and the portability of a tangible asset.
So it's like having a universal currency that can transcend borders. And that could be particularly reassuring for expats who are navigating the complexities of managing finances across different countries and currencies.
Right.
Now, another question we get quite often is, can I store the gold from my IRA at home?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Classic question.
Is that allowed?
Unfortunately, IRS regulations require that the gold in your IRA be stored in an approved depository.
Okay, so no burying gold bars in the backyard.
Right.
It needs to be in a secure IRS-approved facility.
Mhm.
What about the types of gold that can be included in a gold IRA? Are there any restrictions?
Yes, only IRS-approved bullion and coins can be included.
Got it. So you can't just throw any old gold trinket in there.
Right.
It has to meet specific IRS guidelines. Now let's address the elephant in the room, scams. How can people avoid falling prey to shady gold dealers or scams when choosing a gold IRA provider?
Thorough research is your best defense. Verify credentials, check for complaints with regulatory agencies, read reviews from trusted sources, and be wary of high-pressure sales tactics or promises that sound too good to be true.
It's like with any significant purchase. Do your homework.
Exactly.
If something feels off, trust your gut and walk away. Now, one last question that comes up frequently is, can I transfer funds from my 401k to a gold IRA?
Yes, you can. This process is called a rollover, and it's fairly common. You can transfer funds from a 401k to a gold IRA without incurring penalties as long as you follow the IRS guidelines.
That's great news for those looking to diversify their existing retirement savings. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the basics of gold IRAs to addressing common concerns, and even exploring the story of John and Linda, who found success incorporating gold into their retirement plan.
And we've highlighted some key factors to consider when choosing a gold IRA provider. It's crucial to do your research, ask the right questions, and find a partner you can trust.
Absolutely. And if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this information, remember we have a fantastic resource that can help guide you through the process. Our free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive provides a breakdown of key factors to look for when choosing a gold IRA company.
It's a valuable tool, designed to help you make informed decisions and navigate this landscape with confidence.
It's like having a roadmap for your gold IRA journey. Now, before we jump into some advanced strategies and real-world examples, let's take a moment to reflect. What are some of the key takeaways you want our listeners to remember from this discussion?
Well, I think the most important takeaway is that a gold IRA isn't just about numbers. It's about peace of mind. It's about knowing you've taken steps to protect your hard-earned savings and create a more secure financial future for yourself and your loved ones.
It's that feeling of security, right? Knowing that a portion of your wealth is anchored to something tangible and historically resilient. And that peace of mind can be incredibly liberating, especially in retirement.
Absolutely. When you're not constantly worried about market fluctuations or economic uncertainty, it frees you up to truly enjoy this new chapter of your life.
You can focus on your passions, your family, your adventures, knowing you have a solid foundation beneath you.
Exactly.
It's like building a house on solid ground. You're not worried about it crumbling beneath you when the storms come. Now, I know we've talked a lot about the financial benefits, but I want to touch on something that's often overlooked, the emotional aspect. How can a gold IRA contribute to a more fulfilling and enjoyable retirement experience?
When you feel confident about your financial future, it removes a huge weight from your shoulders. You're no longer burdened by that constant anxiety about money.
Right.
This allows you to approach retirement with a sense of optimism and excitement, knowing that you have the resources to support your dreams and aspirations.
It's like having a safety net that allows you to take risks, try new things, and pursue those passions you might have put on hold during your working years. You have the freedom to travel, spend time with loved ones, explore new hobbies without the constant worry of financial constraints.
Exactly. It's about living a life of abundance, not just financially, but in terms of joy, fulfillment, and purpose.
And that's what retirement should be all about. Now, I want to share a story that really illustrates this point. We heard from a listener named Sarah, who told us that investing in a gold IRA had a profound impact on her retirement experience. She said it gave her a sense of peace of mind she hadn't felt before.
It's amazing how that feeling of security can transform your outlook on life.
Absolutely. Sarah told us that knowing a portion of her savings was protected from market volatility allowed her to relax and truly enjoy her retirement. She was no longer constantly checking her portfolio or worrying about the headlines. She could focus on what mattered most, spending time with her family, traveling, and pursuing her passion for photography.
That's so inspiring. Sarah's story is a testament to the power of taking control of your financial future and creating a retirement that aligns with your values and aspirations.
It's about designing a life you love, one that's filled with purpose and joy, and a gold IRA can be a valuable tool in achieving that vision. Now, for those listening who are ready to explore this path, what are some practical steps they can take to get started?
The first step is education. Take the time to learn about gold IRAs, how they work, the benefits, the risks, and the regulations. There are many resources available online, including articles, videos, and even free guides like the checklist we offer on our website.
That's a great point. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. And if you're looking for a concise and informative guide, I encourage you to download our free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It covers the essential factors to consider when choosing a gold IRA company and can help you avoid common pitfalls.
It's a great resource to have on hand.
Okay, so once you have a solid understanding of the basics, the next step is to find a reputable gold IRA custodian. This is the company that will hold your gold in a secure depository and handle the administrative aspects of your account.
Choosing the right custodian is crucial. Look for a company with a proven track record, transparent fees, and a commitment to excellent customer service. Don't be afraid to ask questions, compare options, and find a partner who you feel comfortable working with.
It's like finding the right doctor or lawyer. You want someone you can trust who understands your needs and who will guide you through the process with expertise and care. Once you've chosen a custodian, you can then fund your gold IRA, either through a transfer from an existing retirement account or a direct contribution.
And finally, you'll work with a precious metals dealer to purchase the specific types of gold you want to include in your IRA. Make sure the dealer is reputable, offers competitive pricing, and provides clear information about the products they offer.
It's a multi-step process, but with the right guidance and support, it can be surprisingly straightforward. And remember, it's an investment in your future, your security, and your peace of mind.
It's about taking control of your financial destiny and creating a retirement that reflects your values and your dreams.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note to transition into part 2. We'll be right back after a quick break. Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint Deep Dive. I'm so glad you stuck with us, because in this part, we're going to be talking about some real-world applications of gold IRAs and how they can actually fit into your retirement plan.
Yeah, I'm excited to dig into this.
Me too. Now, before we get started, I want to touch on something that we've been hinting at throughout this episode: the emotional side of retirement planning.
That's so important.
It is. Because it's not just about the numbers, right? It's about feeling secure and confident about your future.
Exactly. A lot of people focus solely on the financial aspects, but the emotional well-being is equally important.
I couldn't agree more. When you feel good about your finances, it frees you up to enjoy all of the amazing things that retirement has to offer.
Right. You can travel, spend time with loved ones, pursue your passions without the constant worry of money.
It's about living life to the fullest.
Exactly.
And that's where a gold IRA can really make a difference, because it provides that sense of stability and security that can allow you to truly embrace retirement.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Now, I know we've already talked about John and Linda's story,
Yeah.
but I want to come back to it for a moment, because they really exemplify this idea of emotional well-being in retirement. Remember how they were able to relax and enjoy their golden years, knowing that a portion of their savings was protected by gold?
Absolutely. That peace of mind allowed them to travel the world, spend time with their grandkids, and pursue their hobbies.
Without the constant stress of financial uncertainty.
Exactly.
And that's the power of a gold IRA. It's not just about protecting your assets, it's about protecting your peace of mind as well.
I couldn't agree more.
Now, for those of you who are listening and thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how do I actually make it happen? What are the steps involved in setting up a gold IRA?
Well, the first step is to choose a reputable gold IRA custodian.
Okay, so that's the company that will hold your gold.
Right. They'll also handle all the administrative tasks, like reporting to the IRS and ensuring that you're complying with all the regulations.
So it's important to choose a custodian you can trust.
Absolutely. Look for a company with a proven track record, transparent fees, and excellent customer service.
You want to make sure they have your best interests at heart. Now, once you've chosen a custodian, the next step is to fund your account.
Right. You can do this by transferring funds from an existing IRA or 401k, or you can make a direct contribution.
So there are a couple of different options.
There are.
And then once your account is funded, you can start purchasing gold.
Exactly. You'll work with a precious metals dealer to select the specific types of gold you want to add to your portfolio.
So it's like a three-step process. Choose a custodian, fund your account, and buy gold.
That's a great way to summarize it.
Now, I know this might seem a little daunting at first, but it's really not as complicated as it sounds,
No, it's not. There are plenty of resources available to help you through the process.
including our free checklist, which you can find at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
That checklist is a great starting point. It covers all the essential factors to consider when choosing a gold IRA company.
They can help you avoid some of the common pitfalls.
Exactly.
So don't be afraid to reach out for help if you need it.
Absolutely. There are experts out there who can guide you every step of the way.
Now I want to shift gears for a moment
Yeah.
to talk about some of the potential challenges that you might encounter when investing in a gold IRA,
Okay.
because it's important to be aware of both the pros and the cons
It is.
before making any investment decisions.
One of the most common challenges is volatility. Like any investment, the price of gold can fluctuate.
Right.
And while gold has historically been a relatively stable asset, it's not immune to market forces.
So it's important to have a long-term perspective.
Exactly. Don't panic if the price of gold dips in the short term. Focus on the long-term growth potential.
And remember that diversification is key.
Right. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure you have a balanced portfolio that includes a variety of assets.
Another potential challenge is storage.
As we mentioned earlier, you can't just store your gold at home. You need to use an IRS-approved depository.
Which can add to the overall cost of investing in a gold IRA.
Right. But it's important to remember that security comes at a price. And a reputable depository will provide peace of mind knowing that your gold is safe and protected.
So those are just a couple of the challenges to keep in mind. But overall, I think the benefits of investing in a gold IRA far outweigh the risks,
I agree.
especially for those who are looking for a way to protect their savings and create a more secure financial future.
Especially in today's uncertain economic climate.
Now, I want to wrap up this part of the deep dive by talking about something that's often overlooked when it comes to retirement planning. Legacy. What do you want to leave behind for your loved ones?
That's a powerful question.
It is. Because retirement is not just about you. It's about your family as well.
Absolutely.
And a gold IRA can be a valuable tool for creating a legacy of financial security for your heirs.
I see what you mean.
Because gold is a tangible asset. It can be passed down through generations,
Right.
providing a lasting source of wealth and stability. And that's something that I think is really special.
I agree.
It's about leaving a positive impact on the world, even after you're gone.
It's about making a difference.
Exactly. And a gold IRA can be a part of that. So as we move into the final part of this deep dive, I want you to keep that idea of legacy in mind, because we're going to be talking about some advanced strategies for using a gold IRA to create a more secure and fulfilling future for both yourself and your loved ones.
I'm looking forward to it.
Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint Deep Dive. We're in the home stretch now, and I'm excited to wrap up this conversation with a look at some advanced strategies for using a gold IRA to enhance your retirement plan.
Me too. There's so much you can do with a gold IRA to tailor it to your specific needs and goals.
Exactly. Now, one strategy that we haven't talked about yet is diversification within your gold IRA.
Right. A lot of people think it's just about holding gold, but you can actually diversify your precious metals holdings within the IRA.
Okay, so what other precious metals can you include?
Well, besides gold, you can also invest in silver, platinum, and palladium.
So it's like building a mini portfolio of precious metals within your IRA,
Exact.
and that can help to further mitigate risk.
Right, because different precious metals tend to perform differently under varying market conditions.
So it's about spreading your bets.
In a way, yes, but it's more about creating a balanced and resilient portfolio that can withstand a variety of economic storms.
That makes sense. Now, another advanced strategy that I want to touch on is using a gold IRA for estate planning purposes.
Okay.
We briefly mentioned this earlier with John and Linda's story, but I think it's worth exploring in more detail.
I agree. It's an important aspect of retirement planning that often gets overlooked.
So how can a gold IRA be used for estate planning?
Well, because gold is a tangible asset, it can be easily passed down to your heirs without going through the probate process.
Which can be lengthy and expensive.
Exactly.
And it also provides your heirs with a tangible asset.
That has historically held its value over time.
So it's a way to create a lasting legacy of financial security for your loved ones.
I like that. A legacy of financial security.
Exactly. Now, I know we've thrown a lot of information at you today, but I want to leave you with one final thought. When it comes to retirement planning, don't be afraid to think outside the box.
That's good advice.
Explore all your options and consider alternative strategies, like investing in a gold IRA,
Because the traditional approach may not be the best fit for everyone.
especially in today's rapidly changing world.
Right. It's about finding what works for you and creating a retirement plan that aligns with your individual needs and goals.
And that's what we're all about here at Gold IRA Blueprint, helping you navigate the complex world of retirement planning and make informed decisions about your financial future. So if you're interested in learning more about gold IRAs or any other retirement planning strategies, be sure to visit our website, goldirablueprint.com.
You can also download our free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
It's packed with valuable information that can help you get started on the path to a more secure and fulfilling retirement. And as always, we're here to answer any questions you may have, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of gold IRAs. We hope you found it informative and inspiring, and we wish you all the best on your retirement journey.